Up, guys? We are here. We're supposed to have Trina here, but Trina was not able to join us this evening. Hopefully, she joined us for the next after show. But we got to keep it going. So we got Manaya Adams, Miss Manaya Adam Dubs here. What's going on, Miss Manaya Adam Dubs? How you doing?
Oh, hello, hello.
How you doing? How you doing this evening?
I am good, blessed, and highly favored as always. Oh, hello, hello.
So let me get that down. Okay, guys, come on in. We're finna be in here. We got Manaya. She's gonna do episode 5 after show, Real Life in Bama. I'm so excited.
I am too.
Make sure you guys come in and like this video.
Yes, come on in the room. The Southern Belle is here. You know it's about to be interesting. Look, the girl y'all can make up in y'all mind whether y'all love or hate.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been chill on you lately though, right? You would say, right?
Child, I stopped looking at the. I ain't even been looking after that whole thing. I think what Nicole music and the people. Oh no, the religious thing. You know, honey. I kind of haven't been looking at the comments since then.
Oh
But
yeah. That was a lot.
yes,
But you know how the girls do.
yes,
You know how the
yes.
girls do, honey. What can you say? Hold on 1 minute. I'm sorry about that, guy. It was an important phone call. But what's up,
Okay.
Manaya? How you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm blessed, blessed, blessed.
What did you think about the episode?
Of course. Hello, J Dot. Of course, it was lovely. As I told you before the live began, for me, this episode was quite different. As my good sister Misha once said, this had a little more meat on the bone. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it did. I think so too. I think that your trans event kind of was 20 minutes, took up like it was the meat and potatoes of the episode. So I feel like that definitely like was the thing of it. But we're gonna start from the top, of course. We're on episode 5. We're supposed to be having Trina here, but she wasn't able to do it. So hopefully we might have her next week, but then again we might not. So you guys just have to wait to see. But we got Manaya here, so I think it was worked out in great um favor simply because it was your event, the trans
Hmm.
event. So I feel like anybody can break it down is you better than anybody. So before we get into things like, what did you think about the first scene with Trina and her brother? Do you know him? You know
I
of him?
don't know him. I
Oh,
don't.
okay. What did you think about that scene?
I thought it was quite interesting. It was cool. I can't say much about it. The guy was attractive, nice looking or whatever, gay guy. Um,
Yeah, he was very handsome.
yeah, I couldn't really tell how his body build was, but because he looked like a
Now she
chub.
looking at the body.
He looked like a chub, but he sitting down. But
But
look at me
he like
talking.
a like more of a dad bod. Like the more approachable, realistic type of person that people will get with type of vibes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to me that's what it gave. It gave very realistic body, like not like a big body, small body, but it was very realistic. Like he was very handsome though. He was very super handsome.
Yeah, he was. He
Yeah.
was.
But I think it was a good scene with her and Trina. I think Trina, it was just a scene like showing like Trina with her friends. It was like just a small fun scene. But I think it was a good scene. Um,
Yeah.
what did you think about? how so far Trina been in the last three episodes? I think she came in episode what's up, Made in Birmingham. She came in episode three, two or three. What did you think about Trina so far? Watching her?
Trina.
Yes.
Of course I adore her. Um, of course I adore her. So I don't really have too much to say about her. You know, this my friend girl. So we've never had a run in. A
Hmm.
lot of people's opinion about her, I don't share that same opinion. So I'm enjoying her on the show.
Yeah, I think also too. She actually took up you like episode two or three, where she was saying like people been saying like, "Oh, what happened to Manaya?" Because you change your lifestyle around, and she was like,
Hmm.
she told them nothing. Like what I mean. So I like that she said that. I like that she like she was supportive of you in that way. Like what she was just like she had your back. Like you said, whether you what you doing ain't what you eat ain't gonna make me shit. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
So
right,
I like the fact that she was like when someone asked her about it, about what's wrong with Manai, she was like nothing. Because she like, okay, that's your lifestyle. Like if we have a friendship, our friendship go past you going to church or going to the club. We should be able to do stuff in the middle or stuff like that. So I like that she was able to defend you to those people that, not on the show that was kind of wondering about why you changed your lifestyle the way you did.
right, right.
Yeah. What did you make of that when you heard that when you heard her giving that analogy?
You said, what did I think?
Yeah, what did you make of that when you heard her say that people said that about you? Are you kind of used to
Well,
people
we
saying
had
that?
spoke about that in private, so I was not surprised when I saw it because um once when I was over at her house, she told me that people was asking her what was wrong with me, and I lost my mind, which is so sad that because you want to serve God and because you always posting about God, something got to be wrong with you. No, it's something wrong with you if you don't want God. And hey, whether you think he white, black, green, or yellow, you need him. So at the end of the day, it didn't alarm me or anything because me and her, we had already spoke about that. And like I said, she had let me know the concerns of the community.
Gotcha. Okay, so she had already told you before she had filmed that scene, like
Uh-huh.
just hanging out in the city. Okay. Okay. So far though, let me ask you this before we get into like the main scene. What overall? How do you feel about the show overall in terms of representation of you guys in Alabama, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to be exact? We 5 episodes in, two more left. What do you think about overall?
I think um I'm loving it. I think it does give Tuscaloosa. Um I'm looking forward to moving forward. I just think that not trying to be funny that we had one distraction this season. And I know people love the drama and love that, and I know everybody is not gonna get along, but what we trying to do is show because people always think that folks from Alabama are country. You don't know how to dress. You so we want a good representation of us. And
Hmm.
so far it has been because the distraction I don't even think is from Alabama. So we are Alabamians for
Who is the
real.
distraction?
Well, we don't have to mention it because we know who it is. uh I have gotten so many phone calls, and when
Oh yeah,
people
you
see
told
me
me
out,
about that.
yeah, when people see me out, they just like, who is this odd acting person? So
I
we
thought
just
she was
want
known in Tuscaloosa though. You told me she not known around here because you told.
she well the hey the people I just told you I was at an event yesterday and people was asking me who that clown was and they didn't know who she was. And I didn't say this stuff. This is what the folks asked me.
Yeah, you told me
Cause
that. You told me.
I'm trying to bury the hatchet and leave it alone.
Yeah,
She,
Leah. Yeah, yeah.
so but the folks asked me that
Yeah,
and they
and I
don't
think the
know her.
past 3 weeks, everybody always asking you about who is.
Yeah, because they
Anaya
don't
is.
know who she is, and they like, where she come from? Who is she? Who is this child? Who block?
Is it safe to say
So
they might feel like she shouldn't be representing Tuscaloosa on like on a collective behalf?
hmm. Well, thank God that she is from Detroit, wherever. She ain't from Alabama. Um, yeah, she
What's up, Turkey?
she is not from Alabama, so I guess that's a good thing. Because it's just nobody is perfect, but it's just a lot of chaos. It's a lot.
Chaos, yeah, yeah. I think this episode, like I do, like this is, I would say this is her last episode in Alabama. She's gonna be in a finale. I don't think she'll be in next week episode, but she will be in the finale episode because I did go to Michigan and film with her in Michigan. So you'll meet her cousin, and I think that interaction with her and her cousin might give you guys a little more context to like kind of know more about her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in a way. And like I said, that could be good and bad.
Hello from Turkey.
So yeah. Yeah, also guys, make sure you like this video and you subscribe to the channel. We got Miss Manaya Adam Dubs here for the after show, Real Life in Bama, episode 5. So she's gonna break that down. Okay, so now let's get into the trans event. First, talk about what was your thought about putting a trans event on? How did that come about?
Well, I wanted to do something that involves community, and not only just the gay community, the trans community, but bridging the gap, to let heterosexual. I wish that we could have had maybe some heterosexual men there, real, but um, overall it went good. I loved it, and I wanted to, like I said, just bring awareness and let people know a little bit about what trans people go through. Since there's always this great debate about who goes through what in the community, who got the hardest life. So, uh, yes, yes, yes. So, that was my goal. Oh, yes. Continue watching, darling. Thank you. Oh, hello, hello in Scotland. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, sorry about that, guy. It's important. Like I'm trying to do two things at once. But okay then. So let's get into that now. So the trans event came, which I thought it was a great event. Um, um, with the trans event that we did, Corinthian said he got there, and the first thing he thought is, "What the rest of the people?" Was you happy about the turnout, and what did you think about that comment?
I was happy because everybody who was supposed to be there was there. Sometimes we be looking for a big crowd, and a big crowd doesn't always mean support. So at the end of the day, um, if he felt that way, maybe he should have rented a charter bus or a van or something. I'm pretty sure that he's know a lot of people in the community. He could have brought the people.
I felt like
Sometimes
he
we
was.
have to
Is it
stop.
just me? It felt like he was throwing a little shade. He made that
Well,
comment, and then he
sometimes
made
he
the
might
comment that
not
he didn't
have
know why he
been,
was
but it can
there.
be taken as that, and for it to be taken that way, whether he meant it or not. Either way, that's what I have to say. If we have to stop complaining about what isn't, and we have to be the change that we want to see, load your car down with as many gays as you can fit in there if they have to get in the trunk, and bring them out. Did you promote? Did you tell people that this event was gonna be going on? It can't be all left up to me. I can't do everything. So at the end of the day, being a cast member of this show, did you do your part? So I don't have no problem with Corinthian, despite of who his sister is, friend is, whatever. Um, but I know that could be taken as shade.
Yeah, no, no, most definitely. I think the fact that that's the first thing you said is, oh, first I thought is where the rest of the people is, and then I
Yes,
thought, so
yes.
yeah, and then I think also too, a lot of people, not a lot of people, because I don't want to make, but somebody did mention like it felt like he didn't want to be there because they said the way he was looking. Watching it, did you feel the same way watching the way he was looking? Like when y'all was speaking, if you was looking at the way, because well, actually, let me read the comment to you because they actually got on production, they got on everybody. But they broke it down about that situation that happened. So let me actually go to that. But how did you feel about that? What did you pick up on it while I found this comment?
Um, about what?
That they said he felt like he didn't want to be there. I guess they would say his
Maybe he
demeanor.
didn't. Maybe
But
he didn't. Maybe trans issues. He's not trans, so maybe that's not important to him. Maybe he, I don't know. I'm just not sure. I didn't really get that because I wasn't trying to watch people and see who was giving what reaction. But the fact that he showed up and he stayed was enough for me. So I'm not sure whether he was annoyed by being there.
yeah, I think sometimes too, some people make comments in a confession they probably won't say if they want in a confessional. So the comment read this, Manaya. So many questions about this episode. I am absolutely flabbergasted and stunned and shocked at how Corinthian can be in his own words in this uneducated mind with zero knowledge about the trans event. This is what a trans. It seemed like a trans woman, but I don't know for sure, right? But it seemed like a trans woman. I mean, this whole episode like it was put together in an hour. Corinthian, didn't you know why you was there? He didn't even know what the light of the candle was for, but he's holding a candle. So you mean he wasn't brief about that meeting before he arrived? He seemed not to have any information about this event, nor did he seem interested or know about what was going to happen when place. Did production communicate with him? It looked like he just popped up and held a candle. Seeing that comment now, can you kind of see what she's talking about?
Of course, I can see what she's talking about. Now, that for me, when I heard that, I was taken back a bit.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot he said that until I was going through the episode, and I was just like, did he forget he was the one holding the candles? One of the people holding the candle. I don't think he remembered that he was one of the people holding the candles.
Yeah. Um, it was the um. Could somebody tell me why? Like for me, being 36 years old, having a lot of life experience. That was not my first time seeing candles being lit. I've seen it done in church for our fallen church members. I've seen it. So for me, it's just common sense.
Hmm.
Whether it's you talking about trans people, gay people, whatever, uh, heterosexual, it's common sense. You're lighting the candle in their memory.
Yeah,
So
but that's what people do when people get murdered on the street or kidnapped. They do what they call it
yeah, and
visual.
I've seen, yeah, of course,
Yeah, so
like when they
I didn't
have
understand that. That's why I
the
was like,
memorials, yeah, they light
yeah,
candles
memorials.
out
That's what
there.
they
Yeah,
light the candles.
so for me, I don't know if he really didn't know or was that he might have got a good acting lesson from his sister Nicole, and he might have just wanted to have one of those turn it moments. I don't know, but for
Yeah,
me, it was
that
common
that
sense.
was like really I didn't understand that because then he said if anybody know, tell me. As if he still didn't know. Like he was still telling people like later, if y'all find out what it is, come back and tell me later. So like I said, I don't know if it was like shade or if he was like really did not know. You go. He really did not know what it means to light the candles up. Because
Well,
you see that
yeah,
on movies, you see that on movies, you see that on like shows. So that's not just a trans thing. That's like all type of people do that for fallen soldiers and um I don't know. That was yeah. That one took me back. Now
quite odd.
the people coming and kind of took me back because I feel like maybe he was throwing fun shade, but I feel like he was really serious about. He didn't know why he was laying the counters. I feel like he was honest about
Well, bless his heart. It's gonna be okay.
that. Okay. Let's go back some before we go all the way in today. Let's go back to the top part of the panel. Who was all on the panel? Because even though we didn't show the lady speaking, talk about the cisgender woman that was there in a panel and stuff like that. Talk about that a little bit.
Okay. Well, yeah, we had a cisgender woman there. She is a local businesswoman. Um, um, just just a entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great lady. Sometimes she comes to my church, visits my church. So we just kind of built a friendship basically by her seeing me at church, and just further she wanted me, like we showed, she wanted me to do a Zoom call, things that
Mm-hmm.
we don't talk about in church. And so ever since then, me and her, we just linked up. And so when she came there, it was interesting for her to let me know that I don't know, like I said, she didn't say whether she was no former prostitute
So did you
or
ever
whether.
ask her about that?
I didn't, but she just told me that she know about, she have dabbled in sex work. So that don't mean that she was the prostitute. She could have been the pimp. There are
Yeah, I
madams.
died when you said that.
Yeah, there are madams. There are women who send other women out, set it up, baby. So, she could have been the madam. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know, and I found that interesting, and I felt that that left her a valid spot there on the panel. And then not only that, just by her being a cisgender woman, um, to give her life experiences and to tell us what she think about, our experiences. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I also like too that y'all was also engaged the other woman, cisgender woman, that the older woman. What's her name? That was on the end, the one that was said
Paula,
Paula. And I like what she said. Selling sex is just selling sex. Like we're not gonna put um get a straight thing on a trans thing, a straight thing. Like selling yourself. If you believe in it, you believe in it. If you don't, you don't. It shouldn't be based upon a person's sexuality, gender, or
right,
anything
right,
like
right,
that.
right.
So I like how she said that, and I agree with that. Like if you
Yeah.
again selling is selling. It doesn't matter if you want to ping or you don't want to ping or not. Selling is selling, no matter what. So watching that back, what did you think about that when she gave that explanation?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. We pay attention to the comments, but only those with substance. I'm not paying no attention to people who talking about my hair and all this craziness. Talk about things that pertain to the show. If you have not watched it, please go and watch.
Real Life in Bama. We on episode 5. Manaya, Adam, Dub. We have Corinthian. We have Marvin, and then we have Anaya Nicole, as well as guest appearance Trina Trevez as well. But yeah, talk about that a little bit. How do you know Paula? What's your relationship like? What type of work she do in Tuscaloosa in the
Well,
community?
Paula, oh my goodness. Paula is a great, great, great woman here in the city of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. She had a show where me and Kwanzaa actually were guests on it, Concept 5. Um, and so on her show, she did informative news type things.
Mhm.
Um, where she would let people know about stuff that's going on in the city. She would interview different business owners and entrepreneurs and things like that. Um, and so she's a great woman, an activist, just somebody who is fair all around the board. She don't,
Yeah, even her
I'm into.
presence there. I would say this, like, because usually with cisgender women, you always see like some type of division against trans women. But those two women that you invited there, I didn't feel no type of judgment from them. I didn't feel no type of negative energy from them. I felt like they really was there to give their opinion and to learn. So, like, yeah, both Paula as well as the woman, I got great energy from them. As because usually it's always a separation with that, especially
Oh,
with
and
things.
that's what I love about her because she is so um
Thank
pro.
you for the super chat, made in Birmingham.
She is so pro trans. She believes in trans women in ministry and all of that. So, oh yes, I definitely I love her.
Yeah, but okay. After that, you talk about. We also seen your brother from last week. He said that he also think it's dangerous that trans women watching it. Did you forget that he actually spoke at the event and what you think about
I
his opinion?
forgot, but and I think, well, okay, I did forget, but I like what he said, of course, because it's dangerous, for a trans woman to be out jumping in and out of cars or accepting male callers in and out of a hotel room. It's dangerous.
Hmm. Um, let's actually just dive into this then. Can you give me one thing that you liked when you were doing sex work, as well as that number one thing you glad that you're not doing it anymore? Is there anything that you did like about it? Because everything have a con and a pro to it, right? So, what's that thing that was good?
I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing, and of course I was not married then,
Hmm.
um, but back when I was doing the sex work and you getting paid, and then let's say you smoke or whatever drugs you do, let's say okay, the guy is bringing you money, also he's bringing drugs, and then three, he is very attractive, so attractive that you like, why is you paying for
Why you
sex?
paying? Ooh,
So sometimes, baby, when you meet them cat, oh, you be baby. Oh, this was a
you got a
triple
3 in 1.
threat,
You
honey.
got a 3 in 1. You get the
I'm
supplies, the
telling you.
money, and
So now that right there, that right there is what I think keeps girl in the lifestyle. Because
it's like that.
often,
You looking for that high again. You want to meet that one client again.
yes,
Yes, I
yes,
yes
yes, yes.
yes yes.
So I think that is one of the things that oh Lord. But okay, and you said something that was some I
Yeah,
think
what's
negative.
something that you do not miss about it? 100%. Like you just so glad you out of it.
Um just the I can't say because there's so many negative things. It was the isolation, always having to be busy working, going to different states and cities, but never being able to enjoy myself because I can't go sightsee when I gotta make sure I get the money.
The money
If
to
I'm
pay for the
out
hotel.
sightseeing, some other girl online getting the calls. So I got to stay posted up in this hotel room like it's a jail almost, and wait.
Oh, so you can't just take them on a go. Just say meet me here, or so it's better when you just in a hotel all day and they
Where
just.
they gonna meet you at? Behind the dumpster, as Nicole said I be doing. Where they gonna meet you
I
at?
would think like, hey, meet me here. Like, but I guess if they pay you a certain amount, they want that
Now
comfortability.
on an out call, yeah, you have your out
Okay,
calls
gotcha.
and
But
your
I
in
heard in
calls.
call costs more, right?
But it no alcohol is more because I'm leaving the comfort of my hotel or wherever I'm hosting it to come to you. And there's a more chance that, hey, I'm coming into your scenario now, so you
Exactly.
got to pay more.
Gotcha. So if they come to you, then you don't give them a deal, but you have a base.
Yeah,
You don't charge
you
them the
have
same.
your prices already made out, but then, like I said, when they get to somebody coming to them, you add more onto that. It ain't the regular price.
Gotcha. Let me ask you about this too. You said something too. You said a lot of trans women were so disappointed and mad that you said you don't believe in, and you said you were shocked that you never thought of the day would come for you to say that you don't believe in trans sex work. Talk about that. Like, how did that thought start to even happen? Where you on the other side of this coin now at this point?
Well, like I just spoke about the isolation and the loneliness. When you are out of town, I'm a family oriented person. You've seen my family that been
Yes,
around. I'm
yes.
not a throwaway trans woman.
Not at
Thank you,
all. You got
God.
like yeah, everybody, like not just nieces and nephews,
Yes, I got the
brothers,
support of
your
my mama, daddy, sister,
daddy,
brother, all
brother.
that.
Yeah.
So I thank God for that. And so, I'm used to when holidays and stuff come being with my family. And when I was escorting, there were many times I can definitely remember one time I was in a hotel room. Waiting on people to call me. And of course, anybody who can tell you who escorts round about the holidays, folks ain't studying you because they got the 9 times 10, they married or got a woman, so they got to be with their family. So I can remember being so lonely, not getting no gifts, not having none of the Christmas food that we think about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was so depressed about that. And of course, like I said, the calls was very few on that day. So it was just stuff like that. And of course, talking about the men, you got to think about, okay, yeah, there are going to be some attractive men, but then what about when the big old fat man, big old stomach, great pubic hairs, you know, gray white head, and you got to lift his stomach up to get down there and talking about some getting on that thing and it's so little already, come on now, you begin to think, Lord have mercy, and this is what I'm worth, and then you think about your future. When I get 50 years old, do I still want to be a lady of the night? Do I still want to have to deal with taking a chance with my health, with my freedom, with my just a man can, baby, he can. I'm just it's crazy the sex work thing. So I just my mind began to change. I wanted a better life. I wanted the things that God has blessed me with now. I wanted a stable home, not to be living out of a suitcase in a hotel room. I wanted a husband. Um,
It's
one
so funny though.
man.
When I first met you, you remember when we first filmed, and it's to see where your life at now. Everything that you prayed for, you actually walking into that.
Yes, yes. And so that's why I tell people when they talk about Sky Daddy, it
Mm-hmm.
offends me because God has changed my life. And I know it wasn't me, because if it was me, I would have been did it. You think I want to be running like a chicken with their head cut out, going to sell myself, having sex almost every day of my life for 8 years? People could say that stuff is fun, but you get tired of it. You want to be a regular human being. You don't want nobody looking at you as a sex doll. Then you got to think about the crazies you meet. I done met men, honey, I done had to almost wrestle them over the money. They want to take it back. You know, uh, I had a man come in one time, and you think that the black men are the ones that give you trouble. I had a white man came in, wanted to pay me for oral service. He wanted to do something that I didn't offer in my service, which was ejaculate in my mouth. And I told him, no, we can't do that. But we didn't already started to do. So, and I got the money. Uh, he said, oh no, since I can't do that, it's the deal off. Just give me my money back. Are you crazy? You can either come on and let's do what we gotta do, or you can get up out of here. And so since he could not ejaculate in my mouth, he wanted to try to take the money back. And so it is pros and cons, but I tell somebody, especially for the young girls, okay, do what you got to do for your little hustle. But older girls should be solidifying something more stable and something more solid if they plan on living a long life. Now, if you don't plan on living up into your 60s, 70s, 80s, then that's you. But I'm going to be an old trans woman, you know. I'm going to have great grands and all that around me. So I don't plan on dying prematurely. So that was my main thing, Greg, that I said is no future in this. It's no future. And so I had to get out of it. And no, I'm not knocking anybody hustle, whoever wants to live that life, but there is no future. There's no retirement
Yeah,
plan with
it's
sucking
no
penises.
future in that type of lifestyle. Like you'll
It's
never see an
none.
old porn star like that. You would like you
You
won't
don't
see
see
a
an
really.
old porn star because nobody don't want to see them. Just like the old tranny, you know how many trans women gonna be that came out putting. Do you know how things gonna be involved while you sitting around with your old wrinkled self thinking that some man wants you? No, they don't. They're not gonna want you. The guys gonna be going for fresh and new.
Hmm. You're right. You're right. I agree. It's not sustainable. It's not like let's not even look at it from a right and wrong perspective.
Right, right.
Let's look at it. It's not sustainable though. I think if people look at it from there, you will look at it from like this is not sustainable. If I want to go into old age, if I want to live a long life, I want to do those type of things, those type of activities and stuff. I want to partake in and do. I no longer want to do those things that it's not. It's not sustainable. It's just not. I'm sorry.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you changed your life because, like you said, that's why you have the life that you have now because you was willing, not willing, but you gave up something to get that life. And if you're not
Oh
willing to give up
yes.
something to have a life you want, then you'll just never have it.
Yes, and see that's what people don't understand. Because they say that Jesus is not real, but whatever happened, God made a sacrifice for His people, and so that's how He operate with us. He want us to make a sacrifice, and so yeah, though sometimes sex work was fun, though the clubbing and all the hip hopping was fun, but I had to lay that to a side for a better life, in the life that I wanted. So.
Hmm. I'm with you. Let's talk about too. Your friend Simone came, and she was very well spoken about. She's a proud trans woman. That's a proud sex worker. How you ever had the conversation with her about not doing sex work, or you just let her make that
I
decision?
have not. I have
You have
not.
not. Got you.
I don't. What I do is I promote publicly. Whoever want to get aboard, they can. I don't beat nobody up individually, and when I get around my girls, I don't get to telling them what they should and should not do. I just talk, and they see me on these platforms. If you wanna, the right thing to do, But I don't never tell her, "Oh, girl, you shouldn't do that."
Yeah, you also said too, you comfortable around her, like y'all don't hang out every day, but you comfortable around her in the sense of she don't, she understand where you at and she don't disrespect you. Talk about that a little more.
Right.
Do you have a situation where other people try to get you to come back over there, um, knowing that where you stand at today?
Well, I haven't had anybody to just try to promote prostitution to me, I guess you would say, or be like, "Girl, you need to set you up a ad or get you a date." Um, Mostly, like I said, once me and her was talking, and that's why I said I know it was important for me to just watch the company that I keep because we was talking and she was telling me about her date and what a good time they had, and I got to thinking back on them times when, honey,
When you
I
had the
had a
good
good
days.
little rendezvous, and I was like, dang, I do kind of miss it a little bit. And I happened to get up. be able to just do what I want to do, set my own hours, be my own boss. So I did, but she respects me. She respects me, and you know, um, she don't really just try to force nothing like that onto me.
Gotcha. Let me ask you this though: where are you and Simone at today? Have you talked to her since filming? Like, are you and her been communicating, or what? What's going on with that?
Well, our friendship, as many of my friendships are strange, and stressed, I will say, because when you take a stand for something, a lot of people gonna feel some type of way, or they might not want to come around you, and which is good, and it's the right thing to do, because if you're not ready to live your life a certain way, why try to corrupt me? So I don't. I don't hold no bad or ill feelings towards Simone. Me and her are not where you would say sisters are supposed to be. Last time I spoke to her was last week, and it was due to unfortunate circumstances of one of our trans sisters, or one of our gay sisters, whatever you would say, losing her life or dying, or whatever the case may be. Not losing her life, but dying. And so I reached out to her to let her know that, but she didn't come to the funeral. She said she had to work. I don't know if that's true or not. Um, but at the end of the day, like I said many times, I love her. I pray for her to change. I did speak with her at the earlier part of this year. Me and her were talking, and she was on the right track. But then I don't know what happened, and she went back out into what she be doing and stuff. And so then, I separated myself, and she separated herself, type thing. So
But the door is still open, right?
the door is open, but it's limited, because see, I get tired of whether you smoke crack, ice, shoot up, do whatever. I still love you. You don't have to stop talking to me because you want to do drugs. Because I'm not going to judge you, because I have done drugs. And, so at the end of the day, I hate the weirdness of going 3, 4, 5 months without seeing my sister or my brother. And then, next thing you know, you just pop back up like
Mm-hmm.
everything is fine and we just pick up. That's dysfunction, and I don't have to deal with that. So at the end of the day, yes, I still love her, but will we rock like we used to? I don't think we will. We're gonna be cordial, we're gonna talk to each other if we go out for dinner, hey. But as far as trying to force something, because sometimes I feel like I'm trying to force a friendship. And I shouldn't have to do that.
No, not force a friendship. That's why it's a friendship, not supposed to be forced. Not a friendship. Um, Also do talk about Kwanzaa being there. Kwanzaa spoke about she had a situation where a guy, I guess he didn't understand what a trans was or whatever situation. What did you think about that story when you heard it again in the episode, as well as what you think about Kwanzaa being there and giving her perspective about being a trans woman and not never participating into sex work?
Well, I think that's amazing for her. I think that is amazing for her. Um, and I can say I believe her. But you can never know what to believe nowadays. But just from knowing her, I don't know her to be a fabricator or nothing like that. So that's good for her, and I think that she needs to stay that way. Because when people think about trans people, that was one of my reasons for changing, and for just showing my change, because people think of us in one narrative, and that's not a good one. Is they can't do nothing but suck penises and have sex out their butt. That's it. That's all they think about us. or either they're gonna molest your child, or they're gonna be somewhere stealing out of a store, or but it's never nothing good. Oh, they can own a business. Oh, they can raise a family. They can get married. They can do things, keep a job. Uh so I liked the fact that Kwanzaa said she never did sex work. That's a good thing. And I like how I feel about Kwanzaa
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
She's a woman of substance. So
yeah. And I
I
think for you
love
though,
her.
Manai, I think a lot of people felt like you didn't like Nicole because a lot of people said she just like Nicole. And I remember talking to you, and we was talking. You said it's not that you didn't like Nicole, but you want to be around people with substance. You want to be around people, business owners. You want to be around people with those type of things because you lived this life already. You've been there
Right. I've
already.
been
You
in the
don't want to be
gutter.
a part of that. So you
I've
want to
been
be
in the
around those
gutter,
people
baby.
with
I don't wanna live in the gutter. I wanna be up in the brick mansion. I
right,
wanna hang
right. And
around
I think
people
that's what
who
people need to understand about why it seemed like you not giving Nicole a chance. I just think it's more so you feel like where Nicole at is not where you at, and therefore
period.
you, yeah. That's how I honestly feel. I
And
feel like
that's
it's
what
not
it
that.
is. It was not the fact that, oh, she want to be the only trans woman on the show. She want to be no. I welcome trans women of substance, but when all you got is lies and chaos, and just you can't even put on a good hairpiece, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around you. And whoever want to be around you and hang around you and whatever, that's them. Maybe they might be just like you. But for me, I want to be around girls who are moving forward, who are business owners, who are entrepreneurs, somebody who, for number one, who can inspire me. For number two, when I come on the scene, you're not intimidated. So you're not starting mess with me. You're not you might admire something about me, but you don't have to admire me to where it turns into a session where you don't like me. Because
Right.
you got your own wave that you ride. You get it? So I want to be around girls who got something going on.
Yeah, yeah, but no, I feel like I wanted to share that. Like, I think I remember that conversation with you. When we was talking about season two, and like you were just saying, like you don't want to be, you don't want to be around work with people that just come and just say, "I want to be on the show, just to be on the show," and keep a mess and try to come for you because they take it. You think you better. It's not that. It's like you want to be around substance people, so the people with a certain caliber have a certain type of drama, and
And
I
we
think
have
that's
to admit that there are different calibers and classes in life. And so whoever want to be on the low vibrations in the low class, hey, get down there. But that's just not where Manaya gonna be at. I don't care who talk about me. They can type on these sites until they fingers until they phone crack if they want to. I'm gonna still be me. I'ma still walk with my head up and be a high vibration in life and inspire those trans women who truly want to change their life. Sometimes people don't understand us influencers and people who um live on a high vibration. We get, sad sometimes. We feel weak and this and that. And sometimes there are days where I want to stop being positive and I want to stop sending out a positive message and just say F it and
if
get
yeah,
that and get
yeah,
the
it's like
cussing folks
you
out
want
and
to be
tell
like you. It's like I want to be like the nobody, the cool kid.
yes,
And yes, yes,
yes,
yeah.
yes. But it's when I get on Facebook or I get on one of my platforms and I have somebody who has inboxed me and they said, watching you has inspired me. It has inspired me to stop doing the sex work or this and that. Or see, that for me is substance. That right there, that's purpose. I ain't about just the kiki. The kiki is good, but I'm about changing lives and trying to help the girls and to get them to know that it is a better side. I don't care what nobody told you that you this and you that and you can't do no better. The devil is a liar. Simple as
I
that.
agree. I think
So,
so. I think that's what I have. I have I have enjoyed getting to know you in that way because, like I said, I remember when you remember when we first met and where you was at. To see where you at now with the house and the kid, not the kids, but the husband and all those
Oh,
stuff
they on
things.
the way.
So I just like I know like no, Manaya is like the coolest person ever. She don't, but but I sometimes when you in like growing stage, you got like those sprint. You know how like you know when you go pick bears and they have the prickers on it, the things on it. You know when you go pick bear, you gotta be real careful because I think you in that stage where like because you in that transitional stage. So when you're in a transitional stage, every time a lot of people touch you, they're gonna get bite because you in a stage of grooming, you in the stage of development. So when you there, a lot of stuff gonna aggravate you. A lot of stuff there, but it's not personal. It's not that you it's not that your intention is set out to be like, let me harm this person. It's just the stage you at. So a lot of stuff just gonna turn you off. That's the same way when
Right,
you go pick
right,
bears. It's the reason why those throwing there because they is there to protect that. That's why they're there, and I think that's the perfect analogy for you. While you a lot of things, cause they somebody not somebody, but the trout spot broke down your scene the first day. You remember when you came and you was the last scene in a premiere. Remember
mm-hmm.
when y'all asked Nicole about to fight, and I and they were saying why Manaya came in like that, and they didn't understand like no Manaya actually doing a lot. She was the only one working a full-time job. After that, will film at night. She leave film and go right to work. So you wasn't not aggravated at
Versus people
Nicole.
who not hitting a lick at a snake. What do you have to be irritated about when you come to filming? You sit on your butt all day not working. So I'm a woman of substance and class. And see,
Right.
people
So,
just
but
don't
you
understand
and I wanted
that.
and I was when they was talking about it this morning because Trout Spot did a breakdown of the the episode that's out, and I was like, no, you was more you weren't necessarily aggravated, but you knew you had to go to work. So it's like let's
Yeah,
come
I got
in.
to get up. I just got off at 8 a.m. I gotta come to filming. Then I gotta sit here with people who, honey, I ain't saying they beneath me, but child, I ain't trying to get on the level where I'm at. So only thing I can do is just leave you behind. Then I gotta listen to this foolishness that I know you don't like me no way. So
But
it
but
just was a
but
lie. People
that's
don't
why she was
understand.
frustrated. She wasn't frustrated at Nicole when that first episode. It was the fact that it was like a lot of filming. We was just doing and when I go to Alabama and film, we do more than one scene. We don't just do one scene a day because I live in Atlanta. So when I go there, I have to make it count. So she was not frustrated at Nicole. She frustrated because it's filming. Like she got to go right to work, get right back up. So
Yes, yes.
that's what it was. She wasn't. No, I promise y'all. Manaya did not have Nicole as her target because Manaya
She
was
ain't
already on the
important
show.
enough.
Nicole actually came way after Manaya.
Yeah, she's not important enough. She don't for me, first of all, it's not my spirit or my heart to come for no woman. I thank God that he removed jealousy and all that type of stuff from me. I do not let that lay in my heart. Ain't nothing nobody got that could make me jealous because I strive for my own blessings. And so that's just what it was. It was just life. I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And like I said, compared to people who don't work, ain't got nothing to do, of course, they ain't got nothing to do but be in a jolly good mood. So, and to comment, yes, T.S. Madison did do sex work, but we have to remember T.S. Madison does not do sex work now.
Today,
And
exactly.
T.S.
And her
Madison,
elevation didn't come for sex work, even though she
it
made a
did
lot of
not.
money. A lot of money
It
don't mean
didn't.
elevation, baby. Elevation mean peace, whatever based upon what you.
Only thing T.S. Madison, the difference between her and other sex workers, she knew how to invest her money and take her money and buy her a home and not just think about the body work and the clothes and the shoes.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So that had nothing to do with sex work. That had something to do with common sense.
Exactly.
Right. That has something to do with common sense. That's the difference. And somebody said too that you was kind of bashing. They said don't bash the, but and you wasn't doing it. Like I said, Manaya. Manaya really don't be caring for real. To be honest, she care in the sense of for her life, but she's not concerned about what other people do with their life. She
I'm
gonna be
not.
honest
I try
about
my best
how
to
she
help you.
feel. Yeah, she gonna be honest about
Yeah,
her
to
feelings, but
tell
she
you the
don't really
information,
care.
but I ain't gonna beat you up. It's whatever it is. If you want a sex work, baby, sex work till you can't no more. Um, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I pray for you. Pray that you be safe, love. But I'm not gonna bash the girls because they want to get them a coin. But just know that there are other avenues out here. Don't get to telling lies about this all you can do.
Yeah, and you know, and that's the narrative that I did not like. The narrative that, and I think, oh, thank God you brought that up because even Miss what's her name, Miss the older woman that was there at your event, Miss
Paula?
she even said it's not just trans women say that, it's cisgender women say I can't get a job. So it's that for me that aggravates me when a person say this all I have to do. I don't care what you're doing, sex work, what you doing, stealing. It is just when a person say out their mouth, I have to do what I'm doing. I don't like that language at all because at the end of the day, we are in control of our lives in terms of making our decisions. So I don't like that language at all. So I don't like when trans women especially say that when you have women like yourself that don't do sex work and you live a great life and you have other women that's trans women, but it's just that narrative. I feel like it's so dangerous when we do any type of business or when you do anything that is not sustainable and you say I have to do this. You don't have to do that. You don't have to steal. You don't have
No,
to do sex work. You don't have
no,
to be a gang banger. Like you, we don't have to do that.
no.
We literally make those decisions based upon doing the work. So for me, it aggravates me as a collective when we just say we have to do something that we know that
Right.
is not sustainable for us as a people. That I don't like that. I don't like that lane because I feel like that's dangerous for younger people that's coming up. Like when whether we believe in people being trans or not, like they're not harming nobody, but the mass of trans out there in the social media world shouldn't be sex work. Shouldn't be getting your body done. It should be more about what I think when we did the trans event, what Misha said. It should be more about I know in my heart I was born in the wrong body. If you use that language, I can work with you or we can get somewhere. But if we just saying I'll be a trans woman to be a bad bitch, that's not sustainable.
And that's all it's about now, baby. To be a
And that's what
bad.
I'm saying. It's not sustainable, and that's why we keep losing. Not we, but that's why a lot of times a lot of trans are losing because we're not having a sustainable conversation where we can say, "I'm a trans person," not based upon me getting work done,
And
but
how
I'm a
can you?
trans person based upon knowing that I do not identify as the gender that I'm in. If we start there, we can get somewhere. But when we talk about the body, when we talk about what a trans person is supposed to be, how they're supposed to look, laws always gonna beat you. Um, bills gonna always come in place to beat you because it's not a sustainable conversation. The conversation need to be more about I know that I was born in the wrong body because that's how I need to identify. If we stay there,
Right.
you can get some stuff. You can get some stuff passed.
Right.
But when we just promote the stuff we promote for trans women, it's like it's not going to be sustainable, bro. Like, and the only thing that works in when it turn around a law is based upon having something sustainable. So I feel like as a collective, not even as trans women, as gay people, I think gay people rights came more so when don't get me wrong, you still had the gay people out in the club doing their thing, but they started to have a real conversation saying people should love who they love. They started to have a real conversation like I wasn't born like I was born this way. When you start
Right.
putting that narrative on it, it's much different than you say, "Oh, I'm gay. I need to wear the latest fashion. I'm a trans woman. I gotta get my body done." It's not sustainable.
Yes, yes.
So I wish I not wish, but that's the type of conversations and stuff that I want to lead, and that's the type of conversation I feel like you, Misha, for sure that this type of Kwanzaa, these are type of conversation that you guys are always having. It's not about
Yes,
the work.
yes.
It's about I know in my heart I'm trans because this is how I identify based upon I ain't put like I'm not gonna go play baseball. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do certain things. So
Hmm.
therefore, the terminology for that is trans. The terminology for that is based upon that. So I want those more of those. I want to lead those more. I want to lead those type of conversation more than anything versus just saying you a bad bitch. I don't like no. Um. So yeah, we stopped at Kwanzaa. So overall, how would you rate your first event before we get to the last scene?
I loved it. I loved it. Like I said, to me, that was the most substance we've had all season long on the show. It was awesome.
You didn't invite your let me ask you this, and you can answer how you did Nicole get an invite?
Um, um, I think maybe she did. I think so. She said she a trans woman, ain't she?
Not she said she a trans. Okay. I I know people gonna have that question. They're like, would you have would let her sit on your panel based upon where y'all was at that time of filming?
I would not have.
You would not have. Okay, that's fair.
Because first of all, you have to be truthful, just like my friend was willing enough to sit there and say that she's a sex worker. You have to first of all be willing to be honest to be on a panel. And if you're gonna be just a liar, um, then it ain't no need of nobody asking you on nothing. You can sit in the audience, but if you ain't gonna be transparent and tell the truth, no, that's a waste of somebody's one's time to even ask you. So
I got you. Before we move on, you told me that the trans, not the trans one, but the cisgender woman that you invited. You said you thought
on
at
that.
first that she had offended some of the women there or something like that. You was telling me about.
Well, she thought that she did. She called me and she wanted to make sure that she didn't.
Okay,
And I told her not to my knowledge, not to my knowledge, that she had offended anybody. I forgot what it was that she said. I don't think she called nobody no he, but it was something that she said, and she wanted to make sure that she didn't offend anybody.
I get good energy from her. I promise you, I do. I didn't feel like she was judging or she. I felt like she gave her honest opinion. That's why you pick people to be on panel for their perspective. So, let me ask you about this because I feel like we need to highlight this some more. Why those women? Why did you want to bring light, counter light for those women?
Because those are trans women who have been slain. Um, they lost their lives. So um, it is the duty of y'all. It is the duty of those who are left behind to tell the story of our ancestors because those are, they gone on. No matter how old they was, now they are ancestor. They gone on. So it is our duty. They cannot speak for themselves. They can't tell their own story. So it is our duty as their sisters. I didn't know not one of those three trans women. Never met them a day in my life. But it is our duty to tell those stories. So that not only it brings awareness, but that they didn't die in vain. So that somebody else can be helped. Somebody might learn something that they didn't know or didn't learn. Um, so that's why. And like I said, that if I had to continue into sex work and lost my life, I pray that somebody would have thought enough of me to read my story and to be able to light a candle for me just to pay homage. So
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Final thoughts or anything that you want to say? Because we talked about it a little bit, but let's end on that note. Anything you
okay.
want to say about give Corinthian a reason why we did the counter? Give him that? Do you want to give him that information on why?
Well, Corinthian, my beloved, um, the reason why you were standing there holding a candle in your hand and somebody came up with a lighter and they lit it, it was in remembrance of one of your fallen trans sisters. If you are an ally of the trans community, I guess you are. You got a trans sister, Nicole. So you would think that it would be kind of a dear to your heart situation. But anyway, um, you were holding the candle. I don't know the name that was called when your candle was lit, but that candle was in representation of that trans woman's life when the candle was lit. So you were, as I said, holding the candle in remembrance of whatever that trans woman name was that I called. And so that's basically what it was.
Gotcha. All right. I think it was a great scene. We're gonna do an part two event for next season. Of course, we're gonna figure that out once we start filming season two. But we definitely want to do something again around an event like that. I don't know if it's gonna be trans
Yes,
focused.
yes, yes.
So yeah, we're gonna definitely do a part two. Um,
Of
so more
course.
to come. So now let's get into the finale scene. The finale scene was there, right? We had the finale scene, the final scene, where you see Corinthian giving a call to Nicole, telling her about the information. What did you think about that before we got into the flashback of 2 days ago, where you was the one that kind of told him about the rumors that you heard about a gang bang and about some stuff?
I didn't feel no way bothered. You know, you her Judy.
Gotcha. So you feel like it was only right that he gave her the information.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it was only right because it ain't like she was gonna tell you the truth. You have to know what spirit you dealing with. That's a liar. So ain't like she was gonna say, yeah, this stuff is true, but it's been proven. Anybody with common sense, which some people don't have, anybody with good sense, they can read between the lines. They know what was finna happen that night. They can tell. That the behavior and all of that of this person is very odd. Um, so I think he did what was probably right for him at that time because if it had been my Judy, I think I would have did the same thing. So I don't hold him liable for that.
You don't hold him liable for that. Do you feel like the information that he gave her was accurate and correct?
Oh, it was accurate. He should have added more.
Got you. What did you think about Nicole's response to the gang bang?
Of course, we know that like I said, that spirit that's on that individual of a liar. Um, I don't believe nothing. The sky been blue all 36 years that I've been here, but if she tell me it's blue, I might have to go outside and check because it might have been in change. Who knows? It could be some other color now. I don't believe nothing she say. Nothing, and I mean nothing.
So if she say what a gang bang, basically it was a gang bang based upon what you believe.
You said what now?
I said if you say that you don't believe nothing she say, I said basically what that means is if she say it wasn't no gang bang based
Oh, we
upon.
know it was a gangbang. It's been proven. Whatever you want to call it, a threesome. Maybe she don't call it a gangbang. Maybe she called it a threesome or a train ran on her. I don't know. But it's been proven what was about to happen, honey. Everybody know that.
And okay, this is what I'm gonna ask you about this. She did in her confessional. She said her boyfriend, but then in the after show, she talking about the same boy? 'Cause remember when I said it was her
Same
boyfriend?
man. See, liar. You don't get liar. Baby, lie before a cat lick they bottom. Do you hear me?
I was
Uh
wondering about that. I was just like, okay, is she? Well, I'm gonna ask her too. Is she talking about the
but
same
I
guy?
guarantee
Because
you.
when in the after show, she made it clear that's not her boyfriend. But then in the
Well, I pray
confessional,
to God that she wrote down every lie that she told because it's all gonna be brought back up pretty soon, and we want to hear the same lie, the same way you told it before. Don't change it, you know.
yeah,
So we finna see, we gonna see, but yeah, that was her boyfriend or
yeah,
whatever.
because
I
in the
don't know what
confessional,
it
she
was.
kept saying her boyfriend. So, but I'm
Because
like,
obviously he couldn't have loved you or cared for you that much if he finna come over here and gang bang you.
But let me ask you: is it another boyfriend, or do you think it's that guy that
It's
you
that
called up?
same boy. It's that same boy. It's the same boy.
Yeah, because I'm like, she don't know. In the after show, when even when I said it, she corrected me a couple of times. But I was like, in the confessional, when I asked her about it, why she left, she said because of the boyfriend. So I don't know. To be clear, I don't know if she was talking about that same guy, but I'm just asking. I'm just raising the question to the top.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the same boy or not, but
You don't get involved with that one, honey. He a bad seed.
mm. um, any final thoughts after the episode that you want to put out there before we get out of here? Because I got one more other question I want to ask you too before that. But any last
Oh
thoughts?
no, 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 no.
No. Okay, let me ask you this though. Is there any on the last after show, Nicole made some shocking claims about you doing drugs. Is there anything that you want to clear up or say about that? Because she said she took you to a yeah, her, your brother
Well,
took you
of
to a
course,
house.
her feelings were hurt because everybody found out that she likes gang bangs and things ran on her when she was in her drug addiction, her ailment that she said that she's no longer in. I don't know because back then she claimed she wasn't in it. So you can't believe a person when they telling you that they not on drugs and they clearly got a pipe hanging out their mouth smoking drug right there, or you can see the drug use in their body, their body changing and stuff. But Nicole is a liar. That when Nicole did that, any respect that I had for her as a trans woman or even as a human being, it left my body. I
Mm.
have no respect for her. I have no respect for a ravished dog on the street. Because well, for you to sit up and lie on me and say that only truth you told is that I was drunk. That's the only truth you told. You went so far as to tell a lie that you helped bring me up the stairs.
Yeah, and
And
you
you
said
didn't
your
even
brother
touch me
cleared that up, right? Your brother
and
cleared.
didn't even touch me. And then what I don't get is how do I go from okay leaving the tea party where nobody was at, which that's true, it's accurate. That's why I overindulged but either way, I was inebriated. How am I so drunk that I'm passed out that folks have to help me up the stairs, but I got time enough and energy enough to
to buy
wake
your
up
drug.
and go to the dope house? I, to me, it is you gotta the math ain't mathing. When you say something, it has to at least make sense for me to comprehend it and try to, process
Mhm.
it. When it don't even make sense, I just began to block it out and you just like blah 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 blah. It was stupid. And I lost all respect for her to sit there and tell that lie and put it on her God or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, that I did some, and I know a hater when I smell a hater. I've been knew Nicole didn't feel it for me ever since I corrected her at that get together. I wouldn't let her see me do nothing. I wouldn't. I,
Yeah, you that's a fair question because I do remember the night we did the tea party, you was pretty lit. So if she said that you was passed on the back sleep on the back seat, what time what like when did you get
this ain't no Adam's
sober?
apple, baby. Get out of here, for. Um, but anyway, you said what did I do about what now?
No, what I'm saying, that's a fair question because she said we do know you was lit when you left that where we was. So at what time did you get energy or wake up from being slumber?
See people who go along with that narrative. Those are people who just don't want to like me, and I'm fine with that. But anybody who got good sense and who's intelligent, they gonna say, well, when if y'all had to carry the girl upstairs, and anybody who has been drunk before, when did she find this time to? She didn't stagger into the dope house. She was able to go in there and get whatever it was without y'all carrying her in there.
She said
You know.
you bought it and did it in front of them.
And which was so silly to me, one of the silliest things I heard. Now I could see myself doing some drugs in front of Gary because I would be comfortable enough to do that. But Nicole, I would not have been comfortable to do no drugs in front of her because I know that you jealous hearted. You looking for something to talk about me about.
Mm-hmm.
You looking for, oh, it's too good to be true. She stopped sex work. She stopped this. Oh, I got to find something. So I knew ain't no way I'm doing nothing around her or with her. Let's keep it real. I never hung around her besides filming. I never invited this person into my personal space. Come over to my house, girl, and let's kiki. Never.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm disappointed in her that she was stooped so low. Being a person who was strung out on drugs herself, she know how that is. And to sit here and lie on me, and make those accusations it shows her class, and it shows the reason why I didn't want to be around her, and I don't want to be around her definitely now. I will bury the hatchet, but any future endeavors with us are zero to impossible.
0 to possible. Okay, I just wanted you to give you. I want to give you the opportunity because last time we did the live, she was on. She made those claims, and drug usage is nothing to play with, especially if you saying
Yeah.
you don't do drugs.
And not only that, she said I try to set her up and stuff. So I
Oh,
can't
oh
play with
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't
What do
play
you
with
want to
that
say about
spirit.
that?
I can't
What?
play. That's a bad spirit, and I can't play with that. When you make
So
accusations
let me
like
ask you
that
this though:
about me,
did you have 3 guys with a gun at your house?
if I had her, she would have. They would have. It would have been some slow singing and flower bringing on her behalf. Because anything I do it well. So if I'm gonna be an assassin, oh, you gonna die. If I'm gonna put a hit out on you, you gonna die. Oh no,
She
I'm not
said,
the
"I
matter.
don't know, but
I'm
she
not the
said,
girl in this
I
city
swear to
who put the
God, I
hits
would
on
not
the
lie."
girls and shoot at the girls and all this and that. I'm not that. Like somebody said, they wrote, I don't think that lady about that life, and I'm not, because I love my freedom. I'm too pretty to be going to prison, being Big Bubba wife. No. Baby. I love my freedom.
I don't know,
Honey.
but Nicole said, "I wouldn't lie, bro. She had 3
And
niggas with
and what
guns."
I what was her flaw in that story is if you riding around in your car, how you know somebody who's sitting in their car got a gun? Unless they hung the gun outside the window or something, but you don't know nobody got a gun if you riding in your car. That's stupid.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was so tickled when you put in that group
Huh.
set mess. You said 3 guns, really?
Yes, yes. Yes, 3 guns. She said they was there, but you know that drug that she was on have been known to make people paranoid and hallucinate and see all type of stuff. So I can't say that she didn't see 3 men out there with 3 guns. Where they come from, I don't know, because I was at work.
You didn't
I
have
don't
them
know.
there.
They didn't come up out of here. I don't roll like that. If I need to call 3 men right now, I guarantee you I couldn't. Even back then when I wasn't married, I couldn't call 3 men with 3 guns. Even if somebody was here at my house with trouble. Now I might could find one, but 3 of them, but it would be it'll
Right.
be I'd be calling for a minute.
Three of
Cause
them on 3 of them on the
the
same
trade
page.
ain't the trade ain't what they gonna be hanging out there for. They don't want no the people know who live here.
Exactly. They don't. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
My whole neighborhood know about I'm a trans one. They know this is the hood, baby. The word is out. They looking and watching anytime somebody come here.
Somebody go.
So
See, they
ain't no
watching who going up
ain't
them stairs.
watching. Do you hear me? So, honey, when I before I child, honey, oh Lord, before I got married, you had to dang on there tell men not to be having a hoodie with their whole face, cause they know that this is the hood. Somebody is watching my house. Watching, trying to see who is coming here to see me. So 3 men standing out there, they ain't unless it were 3 gay guys now. But 3 trades, 3 dead, they not gonna do it.
I gotcha. Well,
Oh
she cleared that up, guys. So both of the stories is false. No setup, no drugs.
no, no.
Okay. Oh boy, that was funny. But yeah, I didn't I didn't think about that until you said it until last week when she said you was drunk, and I know you were drunk too because I remember. So it's like within that space, when did you have enough time to do that when y'all had when they had out of her mouth. She said it had to carry you up the stairs. So it's like, what point did she wake up to go get drugs, especially those type of cocaine type of drug, like you know. So
Yeah,
um,
now I could see if she said it for you. And see, when you one thing that liars, people who are big liars, they're very kind of slow. Because if you're gonna tell a lie, you could have said that the man brought the drugs out to me. That would have made more better sense. But
well, no, she
know,
said you went in there. You went in there and you did it in front of them. So I was like, oh shit.
she was not one of my sisters. Let's get that together.
Child, but okay. Two more episodes left, guys. I think tonight will be two
Yes.
episodes. It was a great episode. Thanks to the cast, Manaya, Anaya, Nicole, Corinthian, Marvin, Trina, as well as some special guests that have been coming through. We have two more episodes left. We have Manaya doing a recap, the after show for Real Life in Bama. And I'm excited. I think it was good. We also getting ready for season 2 as well. So I'm excited for season 2. We got some new players in the game. Hopefully, we'll see. We're gonna talk. We're gonna check in with Manaya at the end of season 2, and I'm sure she'll have her story and stuff. But any final thoughts before we get out of here, Manaya?
No.
Yeah, final thoughts. Okay, thank you again. I will see you later, or sooner than later. Two more episodes. We'll be back next Sunday night for episode 6, and it will be up back for the following episode, which will be the season finale. And then yeah. And I'll see you guys later this week. We should be dropping some more content for Real Life and Philanthropy, as well as some Real Life and Bama content that I haven't released yet. I'm gonna release it this week. On that note, Manai, you have a great night. Thank you for coming up, filling
You
in. Like,
too.
thank you for always. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you very soon, baby.
Okay, you too, love.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Mhm. What's up, guys? Uh, what did y'all think about the episode tonight? I got a lot of mixed reviews about which I think is good, not just from the cast member critiques. I think also some production critiques as well that I got. So I'm always grateful for those that they done in a very respectful way. So and people say they tired of the music. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna figure that out though. Any questions for me before I get out of here, guys? Any questions? Any questions, comments, remarks? Before I get up out of here, I'll be back next Sunday for episode 6 of Real Life in Bama. I'm excited to share that with you guys. And then, of course, will be the following Sunday after that, Real Life in Bama, episode 7, which will be the season finale. At this point, we will film a reunion. We're looking to film a reunion at the end of May. So they will have a reunion as well, which is most likely be a 1-part reunion. But you just never know. But the goal is to just a 1-part reunion, 1 hour. So I'll be going to Alabama very soon to film that. And then we have Real Life and Music coming out on June the 30th. June the 30th is Real Life and Music's premiere. So I'm really excited for that as well, for that to come out. Um, But any questions for me, guys? Make sure you guys like this video. Like this video, share it. I'm about to get off of here in the next minute or so. Any questions, comment, feedback for me? I don't think we're gonna do the panel tonight. I need to get some food. I need to rest. I have a long day tomorrow, so I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do the panel. I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out for real. Uh, so yeah, I'm excited. Comments, question, feedback, anything from you guys. Any questions for me as the producer? Question, comments, feedback, guys. Anything. Oh boy. Question, comments. Did she borrow the hat from Brandy? No, I didn't borrow the hat from Brandy. I actually been getting so much compliments on this hat. This is not even one of my favorite ones, but it's just so convenient when I don't feel like doing shit to my hair. But it's about to be summertime, so I can't wear this. So I'm gonna have to go get some baseball caps. Which I like baseball caps. It's so boyish. So like chill, boyish, and like low maintenance. Mhm. I love it. Oh, thank you, Angel. Oh, okay, man. I'm about to get some food, some wings. I think. Yeah, I think I'm about to get some wings. Call it a night. What I gotta do tomorrow? Do I have? I think I got some clients tomorrow. Okay. What do I have tomorrow? I gotta get some stuff to my editors. Oh yeah, but I'll figure it out. But okay, guys. On that note, guys, I thank you. I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys next Sunday for the next after show. For the next after show, I'll see you guys. Thank you for watching Real Life in BAMA. Every Sunday night, 2 more episodes left at 8/7 Central. Once again, 8/7 Central, meaning 8 Eastern Time, 7 Central Time. Every Sunday night, we have 2 more episodes left, and we will be filming a reunion at the end of this month. So you guys will get at least one part reunion special, bringing the cast together to kind of like relive the moments, the highs, the lows, and kind of like work some shit out. But on that note, guys, I'm out. Thank you guys. Be blessed.